Yo, what's up? Today I'm talking about the 7 harsh truths about dating single moms. All right, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Kane. I'm the Silver Bachelor. This channel is 100% dedicated to dating advice for older guys. If you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification button because I'm dropping a video every day. All right, the 7 harsh truths about dating single moms. So, first of all, it's not a deal breaker for me to date single moms. I personally do not have children. I was married before. I've been single for 2 years now. So, however, if you're going to date somebody with children, there are 7 harsh things that you need to accept. Now, maybe you have children and you're okay with dating somebody who has children. That makes sense. It's very challenging for me as a single guy with no kids to date single mothers because there's differences, and I'm going to go over that in this video. So, another thing is, as a single guy with no children, most women over 35, I would say 85%, have children. So I tend to prefer dating women under 35. And typically, under 35, they don't have children. Obviously, women in their 30s, they're now thinking of children. So that's also something that I've had to consider. Also, I've had to consider, do I personally want to have children now at my age, right? So I don't want to leave you hanging. I want to get to the content of this video. But just remember that dating single moms comes with some harsh truths, and that's what I'm going to get into. But just one last thing, okay? This is interesting. There's a lot of single moms who actually won't date me because I don't have children. But anyways, like I said, it's not a deal breaker for me. I will date single moms, but these are the 7 harsh truths, okay? Number one, you are never going to be a priority to her. True story, I was dating this CFO, and to me, it doesn't matter what the woman does for a career. She could be a hairdresser, she could be unemployed, she could be a barista, on and on and on. It doesn't matter. As long as she's nice, as long as she's feminine, I'm good with that. So the CFO had 3 children, and she had every second weekend off. So the weekend that she had off, we were going to spend the weekend together. So before Friday, she said, "Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry." She texted me on like a Thursday. She's like, "My son is in a hockey tournament. So he's got this game on Friday, but let's see each other on Saturday." So I'm like, "Okay, cool." So Friday night rolls around. She sends me a text and she says, "Well, good news is my son won his game and now he's off to the final rounds of the playoffs. The bad news is it's in Toronto, so I'm sorry. Toronto, Canada. I'm actually from Ottawa, Canada, so it's a 5-hour drive. There's no way we were getting together on Saturday." So she said, "I'm sorry, he's got his tournament, but hopefully we can see each other in 2 weeks." I'm like, "Oh, damn." So, dude, that's the thing you have to accept. You are not a priority. The kids will always take priority, and you have to accommodate for playoff games, for this or that. And again, it's not a deal breaker for me, but you have to accept those things. You're not going to be at a priority. So, number 2 is she's not going to stay at your house very long. Okay. There was this other woman I was dating, and she was very lovely. She was a hairstylist. I really liked her. She had a 13-year-old daughter. She told me straight up right away. She's like, "Look, we have to be dating for like 6 to 9 months for you to even meet my daughter." So I'm like, "Okay, oh, I totally respect that." And so she had friends that would take her daughter and she would take their kids, and they would kind of go back and forth as free babysitters, basically, right? So she rarely spent the night over at my place, or if she did, it was like one off here and there because she couldn't get her friends to watch her kid. So that's the second thing, is that she's rarely going to stay over at your place. And as a single guy with no kids, I like that. I like a woman staying over for 1 or 2 nights in a row, maybe more. There's times I've had somebody that I was dating come over on a Thursday night and she didn't leave until Monday. Like, it was awesome. Some of those weekends, because I do like my space as well. So number 3 is, this is also the reality. She's looking for a father figure in her life. most of the time, and she's looking for somebody to help support her financially because it is expensive to raise these kids. I don't have any children, but I know, and every parent tells me how expensive it is, right? And so that's the other thing is you have to accept that she's looking for a father figure and support. So if you see me looking off to the sides, because I got all my notes over here and I want to make sure I get everything right for you guys. 4, the baby daddy is always going to be in the picture, mostly. That guy, and who know, like obviously the relationship broke up for a reason, right? But that guy is in the picture. And if you never know what that relationship is like with her and the guy, and she could say, oh yeah, we're amicable, but maybe that guy's a fucking prick. So you have to deal with that shit. And he is going to be in the kid's life forever. So that's something else you have to accept. All right. So that's number 4. Number 5, this isn't always the case, but it's possible. And I don't know what percentage of the time where the kids don't want to listen to you. You are not their father. So disciplining the kid, correcting the kid, you know, guiding the kid, that could be a real challenge. And the kid may decide, you know what, you're not my father, and just fucking go off and do their own thing. And that will cause friction between you and the person you're in the relationship with, right? So that's number 5. Number 6, this is a big one. Depending on the country you live in, you could be on the hook for child support. Yeah, right. So imagine it's a younger child. Let's say the child is 4, 10, 13, doesn't matter, younger child. And you get married or you're a common law situation, and then you end up breaking up after several years. Well, again, depending on the country, she could come after you for child support, and it's not your child. What? Yeah. It's not your child, and you could be on the hook for fucking spouses, or excuse me, child support. Child support for a child that's not yours. So that's a risk, dude. Number 7, saved this for last because, oh, this one is a big one for me, and that is stretch marks. Right. So bearing children costs a woman physically in ways that can be brutal, right? It's hard on a woman's body, not only how it affects her breasts, but also stretch marks. And again, like I said, it's not a deal breaker, but some women get it really bad. And look, if that was my child and that was the woman that I was with, I would love seeing the stretch marks because I would know, wow, this is what she went through to give birth to a child that's ours. Right, that's different. But if it's some other dude's child and she's got the battle scars from that child, sometimes those scars are bad. And I'm sorry, it's it can be a turnoff for me, okay? Because it could be really bad and all this hanging skin, and it's just the reality. So some women get it worse than others, and I will look past that if I really like the woman. But in general, it's something that every woman has and you have to accept. So, hope you like this video. Let me know in the comments what your experience has been dating single moms, and we'll see you next time.